Hello, I'm Becky Cooper. I'm your MP for Worthing West. This is my final update of the year from Westminster. It has been a busy week. It's been an eventful week and good in many ways. I had the lovely Oscar Romero High School come to visit yesterday. They really enjoyed their tour around Westminster, and then they asked me some really tricky questions around the environment and getting to net zero, and they were really inspiring, great young people to listen to and to enjoy their company. I also had the privilege of going to visit Worthing High with the MP for East Worthing and Shoreham, Tom Rutland, last week. Another great school. We're really lucky in our area to have such great schools, and it's fantastic to see our young people coming up here to visit in Westminster and then having the opportunity to go and see schools in our patch, and I'm looking forward to a lot more of that next year. So that was really good and really inspiring for me actually to see the politicians of tomorrow and their enthusiasm. In Parliament, in the House of Commons, we had the next reading of the water bill on Monday, and I know as a coastal community it's incredibly important for us that we get that right. We need to make sure that our seas are clean, that we're protecting the sea life in there, and also that it's safe for us, for our children, for our grandchildren to go bathing in our waters. So the water bill allows us to be much more stringent, holding those water companies to account, making sure that they are not discharging sewage into our seas and waterways, and being much more robust in terms of Ofwat and the regulators. So good to see that going through. Yesterday we had the devolution white paper published. I think for quite a lot of people devolution isn't something that we would necessarily think about, but it is a really good opportunity to look at resources being released into our local areas and really benefiting our local communities. The last thing we want is for resources to be stuck here in Whitehall. So devolution is one approach whereby we can release more resources and more responsibilities as well. So looking at things like strategic planning, looking at things like the energy requirements for an area, looking at things like economic growth and how to support our local businesses. So much more conversation around devolution in the coming weeks and months. That's going to be led by our local councils, and as one of the MPs in the area, I will of course be supporting those conversations to have the best outcomes for us as residents. We had an announcement about WASPI Women yesterday, and thank you so much to everybody who has already emailed me about it. I will of course respond to those emails, and I will be continuing conversations about that issue as we go into the Christmas period and beyond. Finally, this morning I was in the Health Select Committee, and the Secretary of State for Health, Wes Streeton, came along, and we got to put some questions to him about the funding for National Health Service, what that £22 billion is actually going to be allocated to, how those waiting lists are going to come down, and importantly, the shift from hospital to community. What is it that's going to make that a reality? Things like where are the buildings going to come from for people to be able to be seen in the community. And then, of course, as a public health consultant, I was asking about prevention and how we're actually going to make sure that prevention doesn't get lost with the very real and acute needs we obviously have in our hospitals, particularly around winter pressures, but we do need to make sure that we're investing in prevention so that we can take that pressure off as the years go by. So it was a good session, and we got a lot of information, and we will of course be following up with the Secretary of State next year, and as that 10-year draft plan comes to fruition. There is a consultation open at the moment for that, so please do go online if you haven't already and put your thoughts in. So that's it from Westminster for this year. I hope that you are ready for Christmas and that you are going to get a break. If you are working over Christmas, thank you very much, and please do take care of yourself. I will be sending a festive video when I get home later this week to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. But in the meantime, I hope you have a good last few days of work and school, and do try to get 5 minutes of sunshine and to enjoy the festive period as well as all the busyness that I know happens this time of year. Speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.